We got the return of CM Punk, and he might be the best in the world, but I certainly cannot say the same about Mayans MC Season 5. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, and we are here to review the Mayans Season 5, Episode 4, called I See the Black Light. And I seen a lot of black in this episode, but I didn't see much light. I just seen darkness.
Scary darkness, guys. And you know what? I feel betrayed. I actually feel stabbed in the fucking back.
I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, to be honest, at all. Even the trailer for next episode, before we're not even going to talk about that right now, but even the trailer didn't get me excited for episode 5. But yeah, let's dissect episode 4 first, then break it all down.
Way worse.
We complained about the previous 3 episodes, but for me, this one was worse than the first 3. And by a considerable margin. I think the first 3 were like all average at best, whereas I felt like this one was a good step below average. This one was really, really poor, in my opinion.
Yep, and your opinion is right. So we kick off the episode. It's early morning down at the docks. The Mayans meet with the Chinese. Easy hands over like a paper slip to the guy.
It's not quite Lin, is it?
No, it's not quite Lin. I don't know who the fuck these two guys are. And then, like, the guy who seems to be pally-pally with Bishop, looks like Bishop is, like, the mutual friend here.
So, yeah, I think Bishop done this guy a favour back in the day or whatever.
He was president, the good fucking days of this club.
So, because Bishop mentions that he did help him out or whatever. So, they're looking to negotiate, and Bishop and this man they're talking, and Bishop's not really getting anywhere. Then you got Easy in the background just throwing up figures. He's like, 50, 75, 100. We'll 100. Give you guns. And then the old Chinese man who's sitting down playing, I don't know what, he's playing dominoes or something. He stops and he's willing to listen. I guess he wants the guns from Easy and the Mayans.
That's pretty much what he wants. There's no other offer on the table, right? So this happens. Then we pan outside. We have got, no, that's my burner phone there. We have got the guns essentially being like took out the back of the fan. Hank's then looking around, looking like a retard. You've got Angel and Bishop saying about the fact, well, that's just a bit light. We've only got 3 crates of gun left. And Easy's like, well, don't worry. By the end of the week, we'll own the pipeline and we will be top dogs.
Yeah, Easy doesn't think the guns are going to help them. He doesn't think the guns are going to win the war. He thinks having the pipeline will win the war. So, yeah, I mean,
that's what he's went for. And then Hank decides this is a good opportunity to...
What happened to votes, though? I mean, this is a club. Supposed to be a democracy. I feel like it's kind of going down the same route as Sons, where Jax just did what Jax wanted to do.
At least Jax brought the votes to the table, even if they were manipulated.
Yeah, but do you know, I don't feel like anybody really challenges Easy. I feel like they maybe question him a little bit. But why is they not saying, no, you ain't doing that, we need a vote?
Yeah, Bishop should be the guy to do that, but he's not doing that.
They just make it clear that they disagree with what Easy's doing. But they don't necessarily actually challenge him and be like, nah, we ain't doing that shit.
Exactly. Right, they should be doing that. Hank, though, he's like, when I spoke to Creep the other day, and then everyone kind of listens, he's like, I don't know if everybody's ears should hear this. And he looks, I don't even know if he looked at Angel or Angel's being paranoid. He was like, well, why are you looking at me? And then Easy's like, no, it's alright, we're the inner circle, referring to those 4. You've got Bishop, Angel, Hank, and Easy.
See, the fact that Hank even looked at Angel and suggested that this conversation wasn't privy for his ears would make you wonder if he thinks Angel could be a potential rat. He certainly wasn't ruling him out. But I think the fact that Hank was only wanting to talk, and you could say it's because of the positions and the titles that they hold and whatever, fair enough. But it's like, even if Hank had suspicion that either the VP or Prez was a rat, I don't think he would take it to them. I don't think he would involve them.
No, you're right.
Now, we know that Angel is secretary. Is he not privy then to these sort of meets?
But no, but that's the thing, right? He is the brother of Easy. Ezekiel Reyes. Is it a go for Joe?
Go for Joe. Go for Easy.
Go for Easy. That's brilliant. I love. But it's weird. Like, surely if Hank doesn't trust Angel enough, that has to resonate with a problem for Easy, because it's his brother.
Yeah.
So, to me, if you're talking about inner circle, it has to be these 4. People may think that's hard done by on Gilly, but let's be real. Gilly's a jobber and doesn't deserve to be in the inner circle.
It was only a season ago Gilly lost his bottom rocker, so
You're talking about being a fitter in this episode, mate. Your fucking bottom rocker's still wet. Yeah, so you've got Easy kind of shoots this down, saying, no, we can't tell the rest of the club. But I feel Easy did it in a really suspicious way, right? But I feel like they shouldn't tell the rest of the club, because let's be real. Why should they bring this to the rest of the club? They need to figure out who the fucking rat is. Bishop wanted to go and be like, aye, let's reveal it. But say they reveal it, that's just going to like make the rat...
The rat's just going to get more defensive and more careful. He's not going to let his guard down. Angel, I thought, was like very, making it look very obvious, like the way he was acting. He's like, what do you mean there's a rat? Do they know who it is?
and like,
how do you know it's true?
The whole time, he's staring at Easy, which I thought was quite funny. So yeah, this, you know what, this is see the start of this episode, it was actually strong.
Yeah, the episode started off not bad. First, like, I actually probably enjoyed the first 10, 15 minutes. It was after that it went downhill.
Yep, but after this we do have the return of CM Punk. Paul, he collects his son for Gilly's house.
Look in my eyes.
Why is Gilly
what do you see?
Why is Gilly on the chopping board? And not
called the personality.
And not the what's that word?
His head's not on the chopping board. He's cooking dinner for tonight. So what I noticed was that Gilly and CM Punk's wife, they're looking very comfortable. They're looking pretty cozy. If you didn't know, you'd be forgiven for believing that they are actually a family.
Yeah, and it's like CM Punk,
CM Punk, just some guy selling shit at their door. So the kid wants to know where his singlet is. He's getting told where it is, and you do feel like there could be a possible romance between Gilly and Punk's wife. But then the door goes. It's Punk. He's ringing the doorbell. For some reason, it felt like they left him outside ringing the doorbell for a long time.
It did.
Eventually, Gilly answers it, and it was almost like when Gilly answered it, they weren't close. There wasn't this previous friendship. You know what it felt like? It felt like when Gilly answered the door, it felt like CM Punk was the ex-husband coming to visit his son, and Gilly's like the new boyfriend.
Aye.
It didn't feel like there was a connection. Because in season 4, we're led to believe that Gilly and CM Punk are super close, served together. You did not get that here. And then Punk kind of just asks him straight up, have you been fucking my wife yet? And
the beauty of this scene, because like as soon as he said it, it was like a half-second transition to interacting with his son.
Yeah, Gilly didn't even have a chance to answer it, like, so...
I know, but...
And then his wife turns up at the doorstep, and Punk's like, hey, you're looking good, and... I mean, that was it, really. His wife said, be good for your dad. So she didn't even really acknowledge Punk. So it looks like I'm assuming their marriage could be over.
I think it is over.
I know they are separated at the moment.
For a 6-month time skip, it's done.
Yeah, it's done, and who knows, her and Gilly could be getting back together. But, I mean, it makes you wonder, where's this storyline going?
No, exactly. Where is it going?
Is Punk going to try and kill Gilly?
I doubt they got
sleeping with his wife.
I doubt they got CM Punk back
just to come and visit his son for one.
Aye,
I think there has to be more to this story. They're going to have to play something out. It doesn't look like Punk and his wife's getting back together. I thought that Punk might be done. I just kind of assumed they would have killed him off screen and that maybe Paul commits suicide or something like that.
Yeah, which would have been easy.
Because obviously he did seem very unhinged the last time we seen him in season 4, but no, he's back now. He looks like he's doing pretty good. He looks alright.
He looks
like he's healthy.
Looks like he could patch into the Mayans.
He looks like he could probably wrestle on AEW Coalition in a few weeks' time.
Well, he could.
So, I mean, Punk's looking pretty good, and I just wonder where this story's going to go. I can't imagine that they brought him back just to visit his son and take him out for a couple of times. I mean, I'm assuming something's going to happen between Punk and Gilly.
Exactly. But we move on to Miguel and Emily and dinner. It's dinner on the menu.
But wait,
spaghetti bolognese, mate. We've moved on.
No,
spaghetti bolognese
time. I like spaghetti bolognese, and before we cover it, like, I know it's totally off topic, and it's not really the same, but this Punk getting involved with Gilly kind of just reminds me a little bit of like JJ being involved with Easy. It's like there's so much shit going on. I just don't think this CM Punk thing's necessary in the final season. If this is happening in season 3 or whatever to develop Gilly, then so be it. Yep. But really, the final season, when we're coming to an end and we're supposed to be an all-out war against... I mean, Gilly's getting on like there's no war. You wouldn't think there's a war here.
I know.
So they would really need... Do we really need a storyline?
Here, judging by this fucking show, you wouldn't think there's a war going on.
I know, but my point is, does like Gilly really need this side story where he's in a rivalry with Punk, considering what they've got going? When they're desperate to get the pipeline back, there's a rat, they're in a war against the Suns. I mean, there's so much going on for the Mayans. I don't feel like we need any further distractions for other Mayan members, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's what happened. Right, so spaghetti bolognese. Miguel seems a wee bit reluctant at first here to let Emily go for these supplies.
Do you think Emily's a good cook? She must offer something.
Nah, she must offer something.
I mean, Miguel must have married her for some reason, like.
But no, it's funny. Well, why can't he just say, no, we'll just let the maid go do it? You left yesterday, and, you know, I don't really trust you. But no, it's, I let you go down to the grocery shop for the second time. And know what, guys, we're treated to that scene later on. We'll get to that later. Sophia's petting a dog, and then there's some guy standing there. Who's that? Oh, is that the woman there's like, oh, you've got all the hotties going after you? And then she's like, oh, no, that one.
I don't mean the dogs, I mean the humans. And then she looks up, she sees this guy, and she says, tell him I'm not here. So, I mean...
We don't know who this guy is. Do we care? Do we want it? I mean, why? We're getting introduced to so many more bums, man. It's like...
Again, season 5, episode 4. Do we need a new character? A blast from the past in Sophia's life? Is this really necessary?
No one can tell me, right, that by this point... I honestly feel like they did not think this was the final season. Some of the stuff that's in this, it's like, what are they doing?
And again, no Sam Dino. I mean, could you not have got an Isaac scene rather than show this guy? I feel like they're throwing so many different characters and new stories.
Yeah, we did get Sam Dino. We'll get to that a wee bit later on. Alright? You're jumping the gun. Sam Dino got a big part in this episode. Alright? Don't need to worry about it. And then, yeah, right, so we cut to the clubhouse. Bottles tells Lobo, right, me and Emilio are going on a break here, to which Lobo loses the plot, grabs Bottles, throws him on the deck, says, nah, you're a fucking prospect, you don't tell me that you're going on a break with Emilio.
Bottles quickly negotiates his way out of it and goes, hey, Easy wanted this is what Easy wanted. You know what, I actually enjoyed the whole Bottles and Emilio scenes. I think they gel pretty well. I know when I first looked at Bottles, I judged him and I thought, why the fuck's this guy a prospect? But you know what? He's actually been better than Nestor this season. He's done more than Nestor.
Yeah, which is weird. Ah, man, what are they doing?
I actually like Bottles. I think if I was doing my top 10 characters so far, Bottles would be in the top 10. I didn't think I'd be saying that at the premiere. Like,
nah, yeah, you're right. But Emilio says to Bottles here, why aren't we running?
We amigos.
Why aren't we running? Oh, we're amigos. We're not prisoners.
He said, oh, no, we're not prisoners. We family. When I get patched in, I'll beat the shit out of him, basically.
Well, he won't be able to, because Lobo opens up the shutter, goes into the lab, touches the fentanyl, boom, overdose. We knew this was going to happen, right? And how fucking stupid was this?
Yeah, obviously Bottles finds him, then... Sophia happens to be nearby. She starts trying to save him, give him some CPR or whatever, but that doesn't really work. And then Bottles runs into the clubhouse to get some towels. I think he needs more than towels, to be honest. He's followed out by Easy and Angel, but before he burst in, Angel was talking to Easy in the clubhouse saying, hey, do you think they know we're the rats? And it's like, what? Like, in the clubhouse, Easy's pure questioning, Angel's pure questioning Easy. If Creeper knows he's the rat, it's like...
Remember when Juice, right, used to go sneak into the Sam Crew toilet and speak to Roosevelt or Potter? Imagine he fucking did it at the chapel. That's the fucking equivalent.
Exactly. Then they all run out and they get an audience and they kind of just watch as Lobo dies. No one really tries to save him. So Via's like, call an ambulance, but, I mean, what are they going to do? Call an ambulance when they're making fucking fentanyl?
Exactly.
On their own territory. I dial 991 and the ambulance come out and then the police get involved. And
but this relived a wee traumatic experience for Sophia.
Like, of course they weren't going to do that. So Lobo kind of just dies, chokes to death, I guess, overdose.
He dies, good night.
And it's like, you know, this is the final season, 4 episodes in, we're supposed to be involved in a massive war. They even... later in this episode addressed the fact that the war has spread into Yuma now. And it's like, they're talking about a war, but we don't fucking see a war. We don't see shit.
The last 2 episodes have shown us nothing.
There's been no relevant Suns versus Mayans. We had Mayans tack a bunch of no-name Suns on the bridge, and then we had the Suns wipe out a couple of fake charters that Easy literally just set up. But in terms of Sam Dino versus Santo Padre, we've seen nothing. We've seen nothing. We've seen no war. We haven't seen Isaac in the last 2 episodes. We haven't seen any Sam Dino apart from Terry. And when we did see him, he got beat up by his girlfriend. So obviously, he's not looking too good at the moment. It's like, where is the war? Are we going to have members die? No, what we're going to have is we're going to have Lobo die of a fucking overdose. So honestly, are you telling me that if they planned on killing Lobo off, why couldn't they just had an SOA member do it?
I know, well, this was not needed.
Like an ambush or something?
No, but let's be real, right? This leads to Easy driving off and then setting up with the Broken Saints to move it there, right? But that could have been done without Lobo dying. We did not need a Mayan to die for them to realise, this is quite fucking stupid doing this on our own doorstep.
And I just can't believe that they decide they're going to kill a Mayan off, but it's not going to be at the hands of the Suns.
Exactly. So we've Bishop and Angel burying Easy here, and then Easy's like, well, fuck this. He takes off. Where's he going to go?
Yeah, Bishop wants it done. He says, get this shit off our land, and Easy kind of, I guess, acknowledges him.
You know what, right? See, at this point, this is where the episode nosedives.
Yeah, the episode was pretty good.
I'd say it's about 7 out of 10 at this point.
I would argue at this point, it might, I'd say at this stage, could potentially be the best episode of the season so far.
Yep.
But at this point, from this moment onwards, when Easy rides off and we know where he's going, we know he's going out to the border, we know he's going out to the Broken Saints, he's going to proposition them an offer so that they can cook out there where they're like isolated and there's no one really surrounding them, and they can give the Broken Saints money, they can give the Broken Saints guns. And from this point onwards, it was like literally the kitchen door opened and the women flooded out. Yeah. That is what happened. It was female empowerment. It was forcing women down our throats, and whether it be the leader of the Broken Saints continuing to threaten to kill Easy and pointing guns at Easy, and Easy just standing there like a little bitch and doing nothing, or 2'3" fucking Soledad speaking down to Miguel.
Right, can we talk about that?
No, Soledad speaking to Miguel as if he's fucking Steve who's just dropped a couple of glasses on the floor. Fuck this little bitch. Why doesn't Miguel just shoot her point blank in the fucking forehead?
Yep, this was the next scene.
Most of our men's been wiped out anyway.
You know what? This actually made my fucking skin
But then
crawl.
Miguel will go home and act the big man in front of his wife. But then he leaves the house and he's got some midget fucking bullying him. Miguel, what are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
Miguel, Galindo! Fucking Galindo! And he's been bossed about, bitched about, spoken down to by some wee stupid bitch.
She goes, are you as blind as you're fucking stupid?
And he's just standing there.
No, wait, you say he's standing there? He has to get...
he's fucking crouched as low to the... How low can you go? I mean, he crouched as low as he could get to the ground, and he was still like 3 foot tall. And like, he's just like...
He's fucking prone Call of Duty mode, and he's fucking 3 foot tall.
This is... Oh, man... This show...
See if Miguel, right, and I mean, see if he just fucking bitch slapped him fucking flying across the room.
No, but come on.
I did read it as the best episode in TV history.
But I'm not going to continue to rant about this for the entire episode, right? But before we move on, we've got to address, right? Like I said, you've got the Broken Saints always threatening Easy, pointing guns at Easy and the Mayans and a Mayans president. That always goes... That always slides off. Easy doesn't do anything about it, just stands there and takes it. Soledad always speaking down to Miguel, treating him as if he's not on her. She doesn't even treat them like their level partnership here. She treats him like he's a fucking servant or something. Then you have Adelita coming out of whatever fucking floorboard she climbed from, and you've got her killing people, and it's literally just women, powerful fucking women, forced down our throat. Even when we complain about, we don't see enough bikes, we don't see enough bike rides. The one time we did see a bike ride in this episode, you've got the Mayans driving along, you think, this looks alright, there's a wee song playing in the background, and then the next minute, a bunch of fucking women on skinny anorexic bikes drive up and then drive past the fucking Mayans when whoever's leading, it's always been a sign of like, importance, like whoever's the highest like ranked person leads, that like Clay president leads Jack's president leads, Alvarez president leads, Easy's the president here, and he's leading, and then he gets overtaken by all the women, and it's like a fucking level of superiority. That's what this reminded me of. It's basically saying, look, you bitch Mayan boys, you ride behind us and eat our dust, you know what I mean? You suck on our fumes with our little fucking girly bikes because we're superior to yous.
Right.
Fucking garbage, man.
Have you had your wee rant there? I liked it. Oh, yeah.
But before people say, oh, you hate all women, I actually don't, because the women's scenes that I enjoyed were the Kody scenes. And you know what? I actually thought NAILZ, when she got reintroduced, was okay. But that's
right, you're just spoiling the fucking episode here. I want to get to this.
I like the realistic women's scenes. I don't like...
Well, can we talk about it later? Well, right now.
Right.
So, right. Anyway, so Miguel doesn't bitch slap Soledad. He just sits there and takes
I wish I could bitch slap her, though.
No, honestly. This is awful.
Well, you gonna go on a rant now?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go on a fucking rant. Right. See if this was Sons. See when Clay's talking with Romeo, was like,
see
the
this...
PP, that's your doctor's old lady. See if this bitch tried to give Clay Morrow any bit of fucking lip. He'd have fucking... See when he bursts in on Frankie Diamonds in the fucking cabin, man. He'd have just drop kicked her. See those arthritic mitts? He'd have pummeled her into the ground.
You know what? What's the leader of the Broken Saints called?
I don't know.
I honestly wouldn't be fucking surprised by the end of this series if the Broken Saints walk in to the Mayans MC temple and Easy fucking gets up off his seat at the president chair and lets her sit down in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Soledad though.
This would be like fucking the Sons of Anarchy in church having a meeting and Margaret Murphy walks in and tells look, Clay, get your fucking old busted up hands off that fucking gavel and give me the seat. And Clay's like, oh, sorry, Margaret, take your seat, my highness.
There's so many problems with this episode. Actually, you know what? I'm fucking depressed.
Like, what happened next?
Alright, well, the wee kid in this like house.
Oh yeah, that
explains to Miguel that he's seen Angel. Well, he doesn't say Angel, but he describes Angel, and I think Miguel kind of knows for this.
He had a beard and he had slicked back hair,
like he was a movie star.
And all of a sudden, everybody in the fucking world, somehow Galindo. Oh, it's Angel.
Right, so Hank is with
well, I suppose it is his brother. Like
Hank is with his mum, right? And they're watching TV, and he says she looks depressed. She must have been watching this fucking episode then.
Hank's mum was like the only woman that wasn't overpowered in this show. It's like
she's lying there comatose, depressed. Just watched Soledad bitch slap Miguel, and we're supposed to take it.
But like, I just feel again, this isn't a season 5 storyline. The same way Gilly and CM Punk. Why the fuck didn't they give Hank something to do like this earlier? What has Hank done? The guy, first 2 seasons, done absolutely nothing, blended into the shadows, just sat back, and I didn't even know his name after the first 2 seasons. Season 3, he seen fucking Angel steal his wannabe girlfriend and he dropped the bottles. Literally like Steve. The bottles came smashing down to the ground. Season 4, he hopped about on one leg. And then season 5, oh, you know what? We're going to give Hank a story where he puts his mother into a care home.
Yep.
Like, what? This mother shit should have been done in previous seasons.
It should have been. You know what? He picks her. He doesn't pick her up. He walks her. Then they look through this room where like all the senior citizens are doing this dance yoga shit. And he sees NAILZ. And then we see, like, we get an interaction with NAILZ after. Decent enough scene. But, I mean, I'd actually go as far as saying NAILZ is a fucking better character than Hank. And that's a problem for me.
Another thing, right? We're talking about Mayan members that are getting their own little storylines, right? That don't involve the club in the later seasons. See, when you look at Sons, see in the final season, did they waste a shitload of time going into side stories with like Quinn and like Montez? Did they get storylines away from the club that involved nobody else but just them?
No.
It didn't happen. We didn't give a fuck about what Quinn was doing or what Nomad Charter he was thinking about joining next.
There's only one Nomad Charter, mate.
We didn't care about Montez and what illegal documents he got signed so he could join SOA instead of Mayans. We didn't give a shit about any of that, right? We just wanted to see what happened with the club.
Yeah, you double dipping.
and how Jax double dipping into both, and how Jax like resolved his issues and got revenge for Tara's murder. No, they didn't do all these fucking stupid side story shits.
Yeah, I'm actually depressed, man. Right. Oh, fuck. The pressure's about to get up to 100 because Easy arrives at the Broken Saints again, threatened with his life.
Like,
here.
I know you could say they did they had Chibs and his cop girlfriend, Jari or whatever, but I mean, her being the police kind of did tie into the whole club anyway, because she was taking over the role of, like, Unser.
Yeah, but Chibs is fucking Chibs.
Yeah, but I'm saying even at that, it's like, like, Chibs...
Yeah, no.
It played in because she was police and Chibs had to try and keep her on side to stay in favour of the club.
It would, like, Hank may be a sergeant at arms, right? But he's enough in character. If we're being real. He's enough in character. Chibs, right? He doesn't actually get a rank until, season 5. But Chibs is still a massive character. Massive moments.
No, I'm just comparing.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. But I'm just breaking it down for anyone that may think, it's hypocritical.
No, but for someone might say, Chibs got his own stuff. Yeah, but Chibs having his girlfriend tied into the club because she was the police officer and they wanted to try and keep her on side, and she gave the club information at times. Hank, being in a care home with his mum, is doing fuck all for the final ride. That is just stuff that should have been covered.
Her final ride?
Her
final ride in the wheelchair.
Her final ride should have ended in season 2 or 3.
Now, just when you think Easy couldn't get any more demasculated here, he gets called in to a wee stable and he actually picks up the pitchfork and he starts moving the hay a bit.
Even when he got there, though, it's like he's confronted by, I don't know who he's confronted to. I think she's the sister of the president. And she's not even the leader, and she's like laying down the law. Oh, you're not coming in here. You're either brave or stupid.
Right, now, right.
And then he walks in, like you said, to the hut or whatever, and then the president says, I don't know if you're brave or stupid. In fact, you're a boy, so both. You don't know the difference. Again, just more women putting down men.
Let me get my piece apart here, right? So, he's a Mayan president, and I know Iron War...
You mean piece of point, mate, not piece apart.
Piece of point.
But it is 5 a.m, so I'll forgive you.
Right, anyway, right, so I know the Iron War buried, and the Broken Saints have buried the Sons and Mayans this season, right? But it's still the Sons and Mayans. See a Mayan president, he should fucking walk into any place, and it should be, here, who the fuck do you think you're threatening?
Exactly. Well, look at Clay, look at the...
Easy should come here and go, here, we're going to move our drugs here. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll crush you. That's it. That is the discussion.
Yeah. Look at Clay. Look at the respect he demanded.
No, this is the equivalent of, right? See when Ethan Sobel shows up and he's like, here, next time you piss on my shoes, it will kill you. Be like, he gets the entire club to change a set of Sobel's wheels on his fucking Merc and sends him on his way.
Can you guys help this fine gentleman with no wheels?
Fuck off. Oh my god. No, he's a Mayan president. Honestly, even season 4 Easy, I feel like he would have walked in here and killed them all. And went, right, this is where we're producing.
Well, look what they done to the Fatos, and they were only trying to earn a little border scratch, you know?
What is this, man? Honestly, no, he's a Mayan president. He's getting spooked down here.
How many times are they going to point a gun on him?
I know. Yo, he's a Mayan president, guys. Mayan. It's the TV shows about the fucking Mayans.
Yeah, he's like the top dog, literally. I mean,
I can't.
But my point is, right?
No, right. You know what? I can see if they want to do a women's MC. I can know your fucking place. I can accept it, but know your place. You're the bottom of the food chain, not the fucking top.
Yeah,
that's it. And it's not even like because they're women. It's a fucking jobber MC.
Yeah, they're a bunch of nobodies, and they're on the border.
It's the same with the Iron War. The cops. What are they going to do? Like illegally? Realistically, they're cops.
Yeah, they can't really do that.
And yet, here they are downplaying the Sons and Mayans. Crews that have been running for like 5 decades.
Yeah, but even if you compare it, if you look at what Inland War were doing, it's like they were kind of like having a joke about the mines and stuff like that, but they weren't pointing guns, they weren't threatening Easy in the mines like this Broken Saints are. There's a massive difference.
No, you're right, but this scene, man, Easy eventually gets her on side, but like I'm saying, this should be Easy turning up and being like, either you're with us or you're against us and you're dead. See, next time it won't be see, as Cole said, the angel, this was personal, next time it's bad. That's it.
Yeah.
Because see, after what they did to the Mayans in, like, what was it, episode 2 when they met these, and this Easy should be showing up here with the boys. No, this is unforgivable, man. I can't. I'm trying to think of a scene in Sons where they get demeanored by jobbers.
I remember Son's getting demeanored by anybody. Anyway, like, we've covered enough about this. I'm not a fan of this Broken Saints thing. Easy even tells her, look, you're not safe here. The only thing that keeps you safe is money and guns. And Easy was on about you want to protect all these women. Even Easy was like suggesting here, you've been women set up here, it's not safe. But of course, these women think they're the safest thing ever, and they're being, the script has them being so strong and powerful, whereas Easy is cowering down to them, and I just don't want to watch it.
But also, it is very hypocritical though, because Easy's saying here, if we joined forces, we're untouchable, but they've kind of been building up this season. The Mayans are weak, therefore, why would it matter if the Mayans have set up shop here? People could just attack anyway. Anyway, though, let's move away from this scene because I don't want to talk about it anymore. Kody visits Kevin Jimenez's wife. So yeah, Kevin Jimenez getting a few wee name drops this episode.
Wait, we haven't covered NAILZ, and I know we didn't previously mention her, but Hank and NAILZ have a bit of a reunion.
We've already talked about that.
No, we didn't. We mentioned NAILZ, but we did not say about the Hank and NAILZ reunion.
We did.
You just said that Hank. You think NAILZ is a better character than Hank. We didn't speak about.
You know what? They reminisced on the Mayan War. The season 4 premiere, better times for this show.
NAILZ was speaking about how that was a tough night, and it almost seemed like she was kind of not flirting with Hank, but it was like, she was showing a bit of interest in Hank, and it's back to kind of similar to the way she was in like season 3 before Angel showed interest in her. But I think maybe that boat sailed. It's like, well, you picked Easy, you picked Angel, you picked the asshole, really. You picked the guy that sleeps around and walks out on you when your baby dies. That's on you.
Yeah.
She could have had Hank. She could have went. Remember,
maybe that's why Hank's had looked at Angel at the start of the episode. But see, Hank's never took this beef up with Angel.
Hank's mother was saying, you bring NAILZ. You bring NAILZ to dinner. And did she show? No.
She was a no-show for NAILZ.
She no-showed.
Will we see NAILZ again this season?
She no-showed like Sam Dino.
Yeah. I feel like she will, personally. I feel like she will. But yeah, Kody gets invited in here by Kevin Jimenez's wife, so it looks like they're going to go through old stuff.
Well, initially she didn't. Initially, Kevin Jimenez's wife was defensive.
Yeah, well, if you let me get to it, she gets invited in after, here, I phoned the FBI for 3 years, man. Kevin Jimenez has disappeared. But then after she's like, here, maybe we could help each other. Yeah, man. A bit of closure. She's offered closure.
I mean, it's not rocket science. Guy goes missing for 3 years in that line of work.
And no one wants to talk about it? Come on, do the math. Play the game, son.
Play the game. I played the game.
Right, talking about playing the game, let's play the grocery shopping 2.0, because Emily's back. Oh, man. Right, you know what? Let's spend 30 seconds on this. So she turns up. She's trying to get the bodyguard and the maid
to split up.
But the maid's not having it. The maid's like, no, right? There's enough eggs in the house, so I'm not...
Yeah, we don't need eggs. But Emma's like, I want a big cake. The bodyguard takes off, and then Emily's like, oh, you know what? Why don't I go and get the eggs, and you can take Shitey Pants to the park? And then the maid goes to get the eggs herself. It was like, what the hell was this? 1 minute it's like, I'm not leaving you.
You're a murderer.
Next minute it's like, I am leaving you.
You're a murderer.
Then Emily tries to get to the exit door, but before she can make that final push of the trolley, some woman shouts, you're a murderer. You killed my son.
No idea who it is.
I think that is the one that she got Easy to visit.
Aye, the computer guy.
Aye, I believe that's who it is.
No idea. But that makes the most logical sense in my opinion.
But no, it's crazy. I don't think this will ever be brought up again.
No.
I think this was literally just done to prevent her from walking out the exit door.
Yep. No, literally. I think so.
I can't see us going anywhere. I don't see this woman...
Right, can the maid... Maybe not the maid, she wouldn't say anything to Galindo probably, but can the security guy here for Galindo not, like, see that she's acting weird, like, trying to get everyone to split up? Going to the grocery shop 2 days in a row, always beside the exit door? Come on, do the math. I feel like... What is she going to go to? Is she going to go to this grocery store every fucking day? Every episode now? Is this going to be a continuing theme?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Literally, right. What happened after this? We've got that guy earlier who was trying to find Sophia. He turns up. at the clubhouse. Bottles puts him on the ground with an M16, and then he's like, "Oh, it's all right." And then these two talk, and it's like, what the fuck? What are we doing?
See what? But I'll give Bottles a lot more confident than I thought he would be.
No, I agree.
I thought he would be like Steve 2.0.
No, but who cares about this? What is this?
What is their relation?
Obviously, this is like the tie-in with her PTSD for Lobo dying early, and like to see, oh, I had to pull her out. Who gives a fuck?
Is this brother and sister, or is this like ex-lovers, or friends, or...
I don't know. I think it's probably brother and sister. But then would it be because she was kind of like, I don't want to see him, sort of deal? I'm not saying brothers and sisters.
I know, but then she kind of referred to her mother later on when she attacked Easy.
Instead of our mother. Oh, alright, fair enough. I get you.
So maybe it could have been her mom, and that could be her brother. I don't know. Right. That would be the connection that they have to the woman.
And then at this point, we're begging for Sam Dino, but we don't get them. We get Adelita delivering the money, and then the woman goes, "We need one more thing from you, Adelita. Hopefully it's kill yourself," but it's not that. It's go kill the cartel of our leader guy, but that doesn't happen yet, because guess what? Know what we've got next? We've got the epic bike riding scene, and then the popsicles arrive.
You've got the Mayans on these like big, nice looking bikes, these big wide bikes, these bikes that you just can't help but like not notice. And then the women, the broken saints, pop up out of nowhere on the slimmest fucking bikes with the slimmest tires. And these bikes are really small. And even with how small these bikes
are, Hot Wheels bikes,
the women still look like midgets on them. It just doesn't look right. Physics, watching them ride these bikes, they're literally like too small. Yeah. And then they drive ahead of the Mayans, and it's like to show a sign of superiority. Like it's like
no, it's funny about this, right? The Easy knows where this place is. Why did this scene even need to happen with them there? It didn't. It was just to like you were saying, it's just to show superiority. We get here, we're setting up shop. It seems to be like...
Of course, that's all it was.
I know. A few of these Broken Saint members aren't happy with the fact the Mayans are setting up shop here. Bishop ain't happy about it. He's like, you've gave the rest of our fucking guns to a bunch of girls. And he's like, these girls are going to help us. I like Bishop, man. Bishop says it as it fucking is. But you know what? He still doesn't have... I mean, he could... Why doesn't he challenge? He's like, oh, bring this to the table. Why the fuck are we tag teaming with these jobbers?
If Bishop really said how it is, he would simply say to all these women for the Broken Saints, right, get off this land, we'll move some prospects in, put the guns down, we've got a couple of stripper poles back at our clubhouse. You can wrap your hands around them.
Do you really want any of these and stuff? Anyway, right, and this scene next is the worst. This compounds this episode for me. Hank says, Otario's just off the phone with him, and he says Sam Dino have hit Yuma and they've killed a member, right? And he's like,
shot him in the back, and they don't give a fuck,
right? And he's like, and then they're like, oh fuck, that means Sam Dino's circling us. They've got Arizona covered now, right? So you're trying to tell me Sam Dino have attacked Yuma, Otario's crew, right? Isaac, Terry, Joker, Hosier, these guys we've been hyping up the first 2 episodes,
and they don't show it.
That's a sin. That is the worst thing they've done this episode.
But what they will do, they will show you Hank's mother. They will show you some new guy coming to meet Sophia that we don't even know or care about. Would
you agree, though, that's the worst thing they've done this episode?
They will show you Broken Saints, shit that nobody cares about. They'll show you Emily pretty much in the exact same scene as last episode in the grocery store. It's like, what are we doing here?
This would be like, right, in season 7 that... See the way that the Chinese wipe out Caracara? Diosa. They wipe out Diosa, right? Obviously he tells Nero, oh, this is meant for Sam Crow, but it will affect you. This is like, we don't even get to see any of it unfold. We don't get the whole chase there. We don't get the reveal of all the dead bodies. It's literally just a phone call, and Nero goes to Jax, well, that's Diosa wiped it. That's it. Like, I'm not saying this needed to be the most action-packed thing, but Jesus Christ. Can we not get Sam Dino sent at the table, like, actually discussing here, let's wipe out Yuma next, and therefore we can circle Santa Padre? We don't get none of that.
It's all out war. What's the excuse for Sam Dino not being in the last 2 episodes? I don't give a fuck. I'm not counting a name drop. That's not being in the episode.
No, you're right. Honestly, man. I don't know what we're doing here. Don't know what we're doing. I don't think this final season could have went much worse. Adelita then turns up at the cartel guys. I don't even know what cartel's this guy in charge of.
LNG?
No, because Soledad's LNG. So what the fuck's this guy?
She's not.
Aye, she is.
Can't be.
Aye, she is. So what's this guy?
I don't know. Oh, hold on here. Why was Did Soledad mention to Galindo about him killing Angel Rosario?
She did earlier.
I think she did, aye.
She said earlier in the episode, like, he's responsible for that attack at the place, and then also he killed one of our guys. So Angel Rosario Jr. is her representative down south.
Was.
Yeah, but here Adelita kills this guy, right? And then there's this wee kid pissing her pants. Now, we don't actually know if Adelita killed her. But judging later on in the episode, maybe she did because she's like crying the angel. But guess what, guys? What's that? I don't give a fuck.
I doubt it. I just don't see Adelita killing a young girl.
Yeah, probably not.
If it was a boy, probably.
Nah, probably.
Probably would have fucking killed him.
I probably would.
That would have probably been on screen as well.
Aye.
Just to show her, dominance, like, over the male gender. Again, just forced down your throat. Another woman killing a man, it's like...
What would they in here? Right, the Mayans then bury Lobo, and I say the Mayans, it's the fucking job squad. And there's nobody relevant here, right? You've got Downer, you've got Nestor, you've got, Gero, and you've got Bottles, all talking, you're thinking...
They basically say we don't like him.
Oh, yeah, but that's what they say, right? And Gilly is here, and he's not even in the comp. They actually have to bring him in. The guy that's been around since episode 1 feels like a fucking... He feels the worst at this group of people.
They did refer to him as like the OG though, didn't they?
Yeah, which is embarrassing. The OG, and yet he feels like... What's the opposite of an OG? A jobber? Gilly?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like... See, could you imagine though, right, if this was season 7 of Sons and you've got West, Quinn, Montez, and Ratboy talking, and then they're like, here, Chibs, what's your opinion on the matter? What the fuck?
And the entire time, Chibs was just blending into the background unnoticed.
And then he's like, here, I've been a veteran, and it's flashed across my eyes here. And then, like, he kind of like just gives a kick of dirt over Lobo's body. Whoop-de-doo, right? Whoop-de-fucking-do. Easy arrives home, Sophia's...
Take me back to Stranraer.
Sophia's throwing stuff at Easy, and he's like, I know that was traumatic for you, but it's alright now. It won't happen again. Again, just like bowing down to her, right? And then like we actually get to the stuff that matters here. Kody's listening to the tapes here. We're hearing somebody talk. We know it's Easy. We know it's Kevin Jimenez. She doesn't know though. And then he's like, we're half cousins, man. This is gonna get hard, Easy, before it gets easy.
I want Easy. I want you to come through this and have the life that you deserve. So basically on the tapes, Kody finds out the big reveal that Easy is not only Kevin Jimenez's cousin, but that he is the rat. So that is it. Kody now knows.
It was a good ending because it showed you her listening, and then it did like a focus on the wall, and it was Easy's picture while he was in jail.
Yeah, so she's been doing some research at home, doing some homework. She's got like all the mug shots of like Mayan members.
I think this was up in Kevin Jimenez's room. I think that was his workboard that she mustn't have took down. Because how else would she have all these pictures?
Well, that's true. All right, Kevin Jimenez. So I guess she's in.
Well, it could be. I guess she did open his folder and she could have put them up, but then she would know who Easy is.
She just looked a bit comfortable though, didn't she? Oh, she would know. She was in the clubhouse and shit.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about the pictures. Like, why would she?
Well, they've all got the script, so it would have the names on them, so she'd know every.
Point is, guys, right?
Listen, it's not a big deal, but it's just like the way she was like sitting on top of the bed. She looked too comfortable to be in a stranger's house. Yeah, but
to be fair, she did get called into the house. We didn't see her leave, so it could have been.
I know, but sitting up on someone's bed like that with your legs folded and shit, I don't know. It just seems like something you do.
I get where you're coming from, but
to me, it would have made more sense if she was sitting at a desk or something like that in the kitchen. And that's not me making another women kitchen joke, but I just think it would have made more sense if in a stranger's house. I think the fact that she was sitting on the bed with her legs crossed. And you might say, what's relevance has that got? Look, I'm telling you, I can read body language. I think she was in her own home. And she's more than likely, she's took Kevin Jimenez's stuff with her and she says, look, thank you for letting me in. I'll put this to good use and try and find out something about your husband. So I think that will be what's happening. I think she's in her own house. she's got all the mugshots, and I think she does know who Easy is because as soon as she heard Easy's name, she rewinded the tape. So that obviously caught on to her. The Easy name obviously meant something.
No, she knows.
who Easy is.
I know she knows who Easy is. I didn't say that. I'm just saying about like on the board.
You literally said she doesn't even know who Easy is. I mean, you literally did.
But she does know who Easy is because we've seen. Well, I didn't mean to say that. If I said that, I'm sorry, right? But it's 5 a.m. here, right? But let's end at the episode, right? And you know what? Maybe at the end of this season, we'll look back and say, "Fuck, that was a good season." But episode 3 and 4 were fucking horrendous. But I don't think we're going to look back and think that. And yeah, time for a rating. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
That's Fear the Walking Dead levels, guys.
Yes. Embarrassing that is.
But you know what? We've looked at a couple of episode descriptions in the future. I believe it's episode 7 or 8. The Broken Saints are in the description. How the fuck have they made it their description?
I'm going to give it I'll give it a 3.
2.5 out of 10. Start it strong, end it strong. Like, I'll be honest, I feel like this whole like Easy, like it will come out eventually to the club, and I feel like that's going to be big, and I feel like it's going to be good. And I don't want, right, JD Pardo directed this episode, right? But there was no problem with the directing. It's the writing. Because let's be real, the director just filmed stuff. I don't think there was a problem with any like the scenes or the filmography. It was just the writing, shoehorning stuff in. So end of the day, guys, that's what we're leaving you with, a 2.5 out of 10, 46-minute review. It should have been a lot better this episode, and yeah, it wasn't. And we're a bit depressed. There's not an awful lot to talk about for next week, and I just wish this show. You know what?
I want it to be good, but it's not.
See the way season 4 ended, man. It had it in the palm of its hands. The day something good, and it's fucking shat on it. That's all I'm going to say.
And you know what? We can talk about rats. We can talk about this. They've not even once, since the beginning of episode 1, they've not even looked or considered or investigated into who burnt down the fentanyl or the heroin.
Aye. Yeah, no, they haven't.
The Easy says that right at the beginning of the first episode, the premiere, whoever burnt that warehouse down tried to kill every single one of us.
Surely that's more relevant than parking a car outside a fucking shop for Emily.
So if that's the case, if that's the importance of burning down that warehouse, why are they not trying to find out who done it?
Exactly. Honestly. Anyway, though,
I just feel like that's something big.
That is something big.
I mean, like seeing Sun, see when the brick of came out missing in season 4, they weren't like, oh fuck, there's a brick missing. Now well, let's move on. They were willing to kill people till they found that brick, but it looks like the Mayans have just literally let it go. Oh well, somebody burnt down this massive fucking warehouse full of our gear. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we'll just get more gear.
You know what, guys? One of the wokest episodes you'll get. It was fucking poor. Oh, you know what? I'd say this was one of the worst episodes of the series. I can't think of one that. Like, I mean, people can complain about it's like slow writing. I feel like an episode had everything that could be bad about a TV show.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Anyway, though, we'll be back with a promo breakdown for episode 5, and yeah, all those epic fairy fids that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk about all these Broken Saints scenes again, man.